Mildred. Sounds like there's wolves in this forest. Wolves! Let's get out of here right away! Never fear! Delboy Diablo's here! You already know who it is. Derek Diablo, Delboy Diablo. American hooligan, Miami casual, Diablo TV, like a squad, do things you're supposed to do. And I'm deep in the English countryside, searching for wolves. You see, I have no traps. I'm not hunting you, wolves. I want to study you. I want to get in there with you. I want to go alongside you and see what you do. As I said, years ago, when I was in Miami, and as it happens, I now have 3 mates. Lads I know, if I may call them mates. 3! That's Wolverhampton boys. The man like Gilly Shaw. Read about him. Look him up. Top lad of the Wolves. YAM Army! Now then, I know about Subway Army. I know about YAM Army, and also heard about a WOLFPAC. Perhaps they all assemble as YAM Army, but we know that the Subway Army is no longer a name that's used out of respect for the dead. Now then, Gilly Shaw reached out to me and checked me and put me straight on some things. And I want to meet the man I got a great deal of respect from. But just like with all these crews and all these gangs and all these firms, whatever you want to call it, these brotherhoods, whether it's motorcycles or whether it's football or whether it's skinhead music, whatever it is, it's all the same sort of thing, isn't it? You know, ethnic families, mafias, as it may be said. And sometimes just groups of men. Could be police group, military group, principles of brotherhood and stories of bonded brothers, as it were. Now then, whenever you talk about top boys, Mr. Annis Abraham, Cad, Soul Crew, when you talk about some of these main guys that's known and some of these top faces and people who've gone out there like representing the football hooligans and writing books and everything like that, well then, you're always going to have detractors. I'm no exception. Everybody from where I'm from don't like me, but guess what? Like Mr. Annis Abraham told me. He said, yeah, when you go to that 40-year Soul Crew alleged, it seemed he didn't support it. It was for Soul Crew reunion 40 years, as God and fate and the soul would have it. That's the day I turned up for the Wigan match, wasn't it? It just happened to be that way. They threw a party for me at my man Thorny's warehouse, Denny, and then I ended up going a 40-year Soul Crew reunion, and then a Wigan match, didn't I? And at that 40-year Soul Crew reunion was Tranmere Rovers boys and West Wigan Goon Squad. And I would tell you that Mr. Gilly Shaw would have indeed been welcome, and I've been given permission by Soul Crew. I've been given permission. I says, he's alright. Once I got in with him, I got tighter, started asking the boys, so would it be alright if I brought some of my English mates here? I know you guys don't like English. He says, of course you can, Del, so long as they're respectful. Mr. Jonathan Evans told me that. And I don't need a higher authority than that right there, you understand? So, Mr. Shaw, Wolves, you come with me. You get on with these guys. They're good people and everything like that. And I've been given permission. Now then, Wolverhampton don't need permission to go to anywhere. As we just saw in Germany, brother, I'm looking at all the flags. And I see wolves, different iterations of wolves. I love these symbols and everything like that. And what do I see? YAM Army. It just says YAM Army. And then that wolf, boom. You know, British football teams, it's not like that. You know, Tigers, Lions, they have different names. The names are Plymouth Argyle, you know what I mean? It's different. So then, but Wolves is like an American team. It's a wolf. And there's other wolves used everywhere, you know, elsewhere in media and advertisement, branding, whatever you want to say. Team like Timberwolves in America. I don't know too many Wolves teams. But the thing is that for Americans and for outsiders, right, these are wolves because they're from Wolverhampton. Or if you're a skinhead, Wolverhampton is really who started anti-fascist skinhead. They don't know that. Because Roddy Moreno from The Oppressed, Cardiff, the godfather of anti-fascist action, basically. Anti-fascist skinheads, I don't know, but we don't got nothing to do with these other ones that call themselves that. Bam. So then, he was at a Cardiff City match. So CCFC, Bluebirds. He's at a CCFC and he's seen skinheads. And it was Wolverhampton. It was Wolves boys, Wolves skins. This has got to be what, 1980? Something like that. And he said, he says, when you see skinheads, if it's in you, you'll become one. Like that. So by Roddy Moreno going to a Bluebirds match, CCFC, pre-Soul Crew obviously, or maybe Soul Crew was about, I'm not sure. That's a good question to ask him. I'd like to next time I'm in Cardiff. Coming next week. Stay tuned. Now then, Wolves. So, Gilly Shaw and I have made acquaintances online, as I've already detailed. And I was commenting on one of his videos. And here's the thing. A boy made a banter type of comment, slick comment, you feel me, slagging me, and disrespecting me and disrespecting Miami Casual. So then obviously I engage back, and there's one thing if I know about it, British boys, British lads, right? You gotta have banter, you gotta be able to come back, and it has to be intelligent. You can't be just, I'm gonna do this, do that. Nah, it takes a bit more, because of British gangsters are a bit more sophisticated, and that extends to the football culture too, and football lad culture. So he said some things, I said some things, I think I done well, bang, bang, bang. Then the geezer reach out to me, and I'm talking to you, Sean Paskin. Sean. You boys maybe call him Chunk. He's from WOLFPACK era, different era, you know, there's different eras. And obviously he knows boys, he doesn't have to drop names, but either way, geezer reaches out to me. I look on this thing, I see he got boxing. I saw something that he was looking for a job at one point, so I used that in there on him. And then he reached out to me and straight up, you're like Gilly, bam. But he didn't say nothing nice. Gilly's had at least something decent at the end to me. But this one, da-da-da, I'll have you, da-da-da, come on, whatever. I started going, and then I was on my way to Cardiff now that I think about it, a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, yeah? Come, Kai. I said this publicly. Oh, yeah, meet me right now in Cardiff. Meet me right now, bro. That's like home team for me, advantage, but, you know, I'm from Miami. But, so the thing about it is, the Sean Paskin, he reached out to me in a private message, says, listen, I'll fight you, I'll box you, I said, listen, I hear what you're saying, all right, but I'm already spoken for in boxing. I got my management, Mr. Steve Walsh, QPR, you understand, Basin Stoke. Ooh. Now then, DKM Plush, woo, Sheffield Park Boxing Club. So I told the man, like Sean Paskin, you guys call him Chunk. That's what I believe you call him in Wolves, right? And then I said, okay, fair play, I hear what you're saying, but I'm spoken for in boxing. But as you're reaching out, and as you're speaking to me, I said, you know, maybe we could proceed more civil. But we started, and then from there, naturally, you know, a bit of a friendship happens, and I sooner or later, okay, you have boxers, I can get them involved in okay, well, and now basically I had asked Mr. Shaw, Mr. Gildy Shaw, if I could come to Wolves with him, and he said no. He said he can't stop anybody from doing anything like it. No, I can't come. Me and him can maybe meet somewhere else, but he can't take me to Wolves, and with his control and me and be able to guarantee my safety. I don't mind if I want to somebody test me or whatever like that, but I don't want to get, you know, cut to pieces. So and Sean Paskin, after we started getting on, I said, can I come with you? He says, yeah. Like him on his own, yeah, you can come here with me, he'll look after me, we can meet. But like he didn't say he's gonna take me to Wolves, like YAM Army and that, you know what I mean? But then I'll leave you with this. A man who I won't name, who says he's not the top boy of YAM Army. But I see that he's over there organizing the flag I'm talking about that just says YAM Army, and in the corner it has the color different and it says Wolves. And brother, that's the hardest flag I've seen in the whole stadium, champ. And the man knows who I'm talking about. And he'll remain nameless now and forevermore because he's not in for name, is he? And he says, I'm not the top boy. Is that a fact? Maybe you're not the top boy of Wolves YAM Army, YYA. But I respect you that way. And that man said I can come to Wolves and meet some of the boys. So I'll leave it there. I'm here once again in the forest looking for wolves. Not to hunt them. Don't want to harm you. Don't mean you no harm. Just want to study you. Just want to see what you do. Run with the pack if I'm able. Cheers, wolves. Hope to see you soon.